Yo, what's going on, gamers? So as requested, I will be doing this video to show my build on Double Swing, Dust Devil. Permanent uptime on Call of the Ancients. There is no cooldown at all, as you can see. Like half a second or something like that. Also the uptime on Shouts, because Shouts create Dust Devils for us because of the aspect. And you also want to get some high attack speed, because when you do 2 double swings, you will create Dust Devils. So that's why you want a pretty good attack speed. This is Pit 101 tier. I did this in 2.5 minutes with this setup, which is not the worst. I don't have fully masterwork gear. I'm still missing like 4 pieces in this video. And yeah, this build is a lot of damage reductions as well, both from close and bleeding, and all DR actually too. So we are very much covered there. I tried this variant first with Terrell's Might, with the Holy Bolts. After the patch, they buffed it as well, so it's very strong too. But the uptime on Shouts and everything with Rage of Arrogant is just so much better. So much better. We're also using Ian's Blessings. Like, when it comes to armor, I'm using 4 uniques out of 5. So, no tempers there, but it's so much better for this setup. Dust Devil in general for Double Swing is... there was really no buffs. I know they buffed the Whirlwind's Dust Devil by 100%. Sadly, they didn't do anything for Dust Devil. Double Swing, which is kind of sad. But this build excels at AoE, as you can see. It really does great. I don't even have Seal Grasp to group mobs together, which would be the best. So a single target obviously would be a bit lacking on this build, but I tried to like perfect it where it does pretty decent single target, and I think I did it because of Call of the Ancients. That also got buffed a lot in the patch. But there is one issue with Call of the Ancients. The Ancient that does Whirlwind also casts Dust Devils if you have unique pants. I'll show you in a second, and sometimes he doesn't work, and that's only, or if you cast Dust Devils, the cap for Dust Devils is 15. If there's 15 Dust Devils on the screen, that Ancient will not work, and will just stand there and do nothing. That's the guy with the two-handed sword. So I always try to kind of wait, despawn Dust Devils, and then spawn Ancients. Sometimes he does work, sometimes he doesn't, but when he does, it's so much damage. You can see him spinning there on the right side. And the boss HP just melts, right? So that's pretty insane. So this is just a little showcase on the speedruns on 101. I'll take you into the game, and we're gonna talk about some of the things for the build and whatnot. Let me just hide this real quick. So for the build, let's talk about skill tree first. Running some of Frenzy here just to unlock core skill. For Double Swing, I do not put any points in Double Swing, because the skill itself doesn't really do that much damage, because we are not scaling core skill damage with the aspects with anything. So it's wasted points, and Barbarian has a lot of passives that you would like to take or need. So we're going with the Violent upgrade here for Vulnerable. I know a lot of Barbs are going for Berserking, but I find the uptime for Vulnerable much better. That's why the damage is pretty insane. The passives for survivability, like damage reduction and HP here. Rallying Cry, I like to go with a Fortify. I know this will be much better for the aspect that creates Dust Devils when you reach Hunter Fury, but I like Fortify, and this is amazing for that. Classic Chunky Shout for some HP increase. We get Warcry for Berserking. I tried to put as many points in here as possible. I'm missing 1 point in here, but it's okay. Movement Speed to move fast. We got some Booming Voice, Classic, a little bit of heal here. For the, just, you know, keep top. I could probably do it like this, because I had this one heal for Terrell's Might. So it's kind of up to you. We got Battle Fervor. This was a mistake. I was just testing this, because I thought when the Ancient casts the Leap that he would proc this passive. It doesn't work. It does not work. I didn't hear in attack speed. So Rapture for attack speed here, 40%, pretty insane. Also the bleed is pretty good. We got Cut to the Bone. This is like the first double dipper for Vulnerable. Classic Counter Offensive. Here, Call of the Ancients. I love this skill. In my opinion, that's the second best skill for Barb, besides Iron Skin with the aspect. I'm not running it on this build though. So you're gonna get attack speed by 20% and then damage by 25% multiplicative, which is insane. And with non-stop uptime on Ancients, you have this non-stop. That's just crazy. And then also, Ancients give you Fury, and that regen is actually pretty insane. If you have points, especially in Prolific Fury. So if you want more regeneration, you could totally do it like this and have better uptime on the Dust Devils from Devilish Aspect. And then we got the Valop, because we're using Mace in the dual wield. And we also stacked Max Resource because we are using Ramaladni, and then Classic Unconstrained. I would like to try the second version with Great Damage and Gushing Wounds, but we don't have that yet. Let's go with the gear now, and then we got Paragon Board. So I just crafted this, but in the footage it was normal Shaco with or Harlequin Crest with no greater affix. I did craft with greater affix on max life. I would love to have it on cooldown reduction. Actually, cooldown reduction not really needed for this build, so I would like to have it on all stats, but it's alright. It's alright. Rage of Aragath, I do have a new one. I do have one with greater affix on crit chance as well, but this is the one I was rocking with. So amazing damage reduction here. Ideally, you would want to proc Masterwork twice on the DR, so it's higher percent, but it's fine. It's fine. This is our main cooldown reduction on big packs, where we have no cooldowns at all for any skill. Gloves here, running Relentless Berserker for the Berserking uptime, that's why I'm vulnerable on double swing. The armor greater affix not needed, I'm overcapped here, but since this is the only piece we can get armor on, I chose it on gloves. Attack speed, greater affix, crit chance, pretty good stuff. Vulnerable, tempering, and concussion. This item is missing masterwork actually, as you can see. I believe my Rage of Aragath wasn't even masterwork in that video. We got the pens here, also masterwork, but damage reduction. The greater affix on ultimate cooldown is not needed because the cooldown reduction caps out at 12.5 seconds for Call of the Ancients. You cannot go lower, and I'm way over that, so I would probably welcome the greater affix on strength instead, probably. I did get that drop, but I sold those pens for 5.5 billion. Can you imagine? Yen's Blessing, my another favorite unique. More vulnerable damage, movement speed, a lot of damage reduction, and I like the casting a skill of non-mobility, non-ultimate will trigger, so that means our shouts will trigger from Yen's Blessings, aka more Dust Devils, just like the aspect here, the Fierce Winds aspect. Your shouts create 3 Dust Devils, and then they have increased size, and for 1% size, you get increased damage by 1%. This caps out at 100%, so what you want to get is another Dust Devil size temper, only one hander, and masterwork it twice, or 3 times, depends if you're gonna roll max or not. So I am at a 98.5% Dust Devil size, which is pretty good. Here we go with the Windlasher for double swing. And here with the temper, I got Dust Devil damage. 400%, not too bad. A vulnerable again as a temper. Ramaladni, I lucked out on this one. Ideally, you want to proc all masterworks on max fury. I was unlucky with that. Axe here is devilish for more Dust Devil damage. We got double chance, proc twice only. I would love to proc it 3 times for the 100%. This X is amazing. Why do I use X? Because of damage to healthy, because of the drip. You don't really need sword, because we are not stacking crit damage. This was a personal preference. It's up to you. But I found a pretty good one with strength and vulnerable, so I kept with it, right? Highest rolls on tempers. Now the jewelry, we get the ring with the Bolt Chieftain for shouts, uptime. Call the Ancients on all 3 jewels as the temper. On the rings here, I got vulnerable. Berserking, you want to get on a ring or gloves and then one-hander, so you can cap it out. Ideally, you want to proc 1 masterwork on the Berserking, so you can cap it out at 300%. You should get some points as well from Paragon, but I believe I did not go that route. Second rank, we got Berserk Ripping for the bleed. I could probably, I think not. If I was to go with great damage, gushing wounds, I'll probably move this temper or this aspect on the 2-hander. But for now, nope. All rest at GA on the ring. That way we can reach full cap on the resistances. I'm actually missing something here. I think it's a Paragon or something. I had 70% the cap on the video. I think I had the incense from someone. I am not too sure now. I was fully capped. Anyways, amulet here, we go with Slaking. My favorite aspect, they changed it the last patch. Not only gives you full, it gives you fury on the refund. Or like when you hit someone, bleeding target with core skill. This also gets amplified by resource generation, some like from Shaco, right? You get extra 16.8 in this situation. So you get even more than 20. And it increases the fury by 30. So since we're stacking max fury, right, with this setup, I'm at 239 before any potions or stuff like that. So that's pretty insane. The expertise if you're running the one and only 200x for vulnerable, right? So that was the gear. I like to run the diamonds in the jewelry for all resistance. Now going on with Paragon Board, so that's one of the last things. Starting off, we got Ire for berserking damage and DR. This stacks very well with the passive from skill tree, which is not shown in your stats. Aggressive resistance. So it's 22% right here. Second board, we go with Carnage. I did not go attack speed route because I needed these points to reach Hemorrhage. We got first pair or first cluster for berserking here. We want to put Twister here because this board excels at strength node, so 75 out of 40. There is a bug with this glyph. The 13% multiplier damage does not work. So Dust Devils are lacking behind in this one, in this damage increase, and then Ancients. Very unlucky. Next board, Warbringer. We want to pick these for Max Fury, all these nodes. And here I'm going to go with Marshall to buff the all resistance nodes. I'll probably put 1 point here as well, if I cannot figure out 70%. Next up, we got the Blood Rage. And here we go with Territorial for more damage reduction, but also some damage, which is not bad. Next up, we go with Bone Breaker here for, this is one of my favorite clusters for HP. This is 10, 12, 14%, it's crazy. Here we go with Exploit for Vulnerable. I would love to max this out with Dexterity nodes, but it's just too many points, right? Then we got the Hemorrhage. 169% bonus from the Vulnerable is very good. And actually, the board before Hemorrhage, we go with a Decimator over here. And here we want to go with Undaunted, because all these glyphs in these boards are very minimal requirement. Everything is basically on the way, right? That's why I could afford to go for 7 boards. 7, yeah, okay. And yeah, that was pretty much for the Paragon board. Consumables, I like to use the potion here, Elixir of Anti-Venom. I also have a video about this one in the right upper corner. You can stack 2 potions, this max HP with Poison Res. I was about to say it's gonna take care of my Poison Res, but I'm actually capped on that. And then second one, I like to use Advantage for attack speed for more generation Dust Devils, but also Lucky Hit to proc Rage of Harrogath, and also to proc Slaking. And for Incense, I think I was bought for, I'm not sure if in the footage had Incense, but someone was using it. You would want to use the Resistance Incense, like the Fire Cold Shadow, so you will be maxed out at 70% with the one Incense. And Lightning, I don't think it's needed in these Tier Pit 100. Because the thing with pits, if you can survive pit tier 100, then you can survive even pit tier 200. It's just a matter of damage. The mob's damage does not increase beyond tier 100 in the pit. So that's something to consider or keep in mind. And the rotation, you want to start with your Call the Ancients, buff yourself up with Shouts after that, and proc Rapture, because that's going to get us the cooldown reduction from Rage of Harrogath. Why you want to open up with Ancients? So they can start building up that Fury. They can give you the buffs for attack speed and damage. And of course, the other Ancients can give you or start casting Whirlwind, aka Dust Devils, right? Before you cap out the Dust Devil on the screen, which is from these pants. I forgot to mention it actually, but you can see the Talik leaves behind Dust Devils. That's the guy who Whirlwinds with the two-handed sword. You want to get this maxed, and he does scale from Dust Devils, but I'm not sure if he scales from all Dust Devils. Because the damage is 10.8 thousand, which is like the double from Shoutzir, right? Which is insane. But yeah, it's still a lot of damage. I saw my Ancient do almost 10 million damage. But with these numbers on the screen, it's really hard to say what does what damage. You're just guessing at that point, because there's a lot of numbers flying. But yeah, a bit sad that the Ancients do not like procure a Bell of Fervor here. That would be too much 5 heads for this spaghetti code. And yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. I stream every day on Twitch and YouTube. The comment or in the pinned comment, you'll see the link for the Twitch. I would like to see you there. If you guys have any questions, hit me up there or on Discord. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Forgive me if I seem too smoked because I just finished 12-hour grind. Kind of fried. But anyways, I'll talk to you next time. Thank you very much once again for watching. Until next time, peace.